welcome everyone to a brand new edition of NXTV. We are super excited because we decided that we were going to bring my brother JJ back from behind the camera and put this beautiful face in front of the camera.
Beautiful?
Don't break it. Don't break the camera.
Oh, man.
Don't break the camera. Okay. But we decided it might be a little fun to have a dynamic here where you're getting more than just one person's opinions on what's going on. It's going to make the shows a little bit longer, but I really think it's going to make them a little bit more interesting because this guy has loved wrestling almost as long as I have. He's got almost as much knowledge as I do, so I really feel like this is a great addition here. So this is our preview episode. It's usually our shorter episode, and we're going to go over NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live. Spoiler alert!
Nothing for 205 Live!
It happens every week. We never get anything for 205 Live. We'll cover it, but we don't really have anything to preview for it. There's only been one match announced for NXT this week, and that is the Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This match is going to slay. It's the only match that needs to be advertised for this week because it's huge. It's huge. I feel like this is the time that NXT is finally going to hold this gold. And I think it's needed. I think it's needed because NXT needs to be represented at WrestleMania. And there's no other way for it to happen. Both Royal Rumble winners have picked their champions that they're going after. NXT has nothing. So to have this tag team gold going into WrestleMania, it should mean that NXT is going to be represented at some point. What do you think?
I really hope that Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are going to be the two that represent NXT at WrestleMania this year. And to have those two, with as established of a tag team as they are, be the ones to dethrone Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, that right there is just going to be, it's going to cement them even more in history. Even though they were the first Women's Dusty Cup winners, they also need to be the first NXT tag team to hold the Women's Tag Team titles.
I totally agree. And as much love as I have for Shayna Baszler, I feel like her losing these titles to Dakota and Raquel isn't going to hurt her at all. And I feel that she'll still be at WrestleMania because I feel like that's when their rematch should happen. Would be at WrestleMania. So it's not like them losing the titles is going to do anything at all to their career. And all it's going to do is it's going to elevate Dakota and Raquel here. So we don't have anything else advertised, but I feel like we're probably going to have some kind of fallout from the crown jewel shot that Adam Cole did on Roderick Strong. And I feel like we're probably going to have some kind of fallout for Caden Carter to avenge Casey Catanzaro from what happened last week.
That was sick what happened.
That almost made me vomit.
It was gross.
That almost made me vomit. So I don't know for sure, but all we have is that one match announced, and that's all we need to have announced. MSK was supposed to get their title shot as well, but we saw what happened last week with GYV basically breaking Wesley's hand. So that match is still going to happen, but it's not going to happen next week, and I feel like that's probably good because we didn't want to draw too much attention away from the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships anyway. So moving on into NXT UK.
Hold on, I got one more thing for NXT. I also believe that we're probably going to have some sort of funny gimmick with Austin Theory in therapy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the therapy. Yeah,
I sincerely hope that we actually go to the therapist office because this is going to be great.
This is going to be hilarious. it's Austin's already funny enough, and you put him in therapy, this is going to be good.
I mean, he's got the mindset of a child, and we're going to go put him in therapy because he got abducted by Dexter Loomis.
It needs to be a child psychologist. It does. There needs to be toys or something. That would be awesome. That would be great.
And he gets a little sucker at the end. That'd be great.
You were a good boy, Austin.
You were a good boy.
Okay. All right. Anyway, going into NXT UK, we have oh my gosh, finally, Kay Lee Ray versus Meiko Satomura. I've been looking forward to this since Meiko made her debut and Kay Lee Ray was there. It's finally happening, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So excited. The NXT UK Women's Championship. Does Kay Lee Ray lose it here?
I don't believe so. I've got to give it to Kay Lee Ray. All right, look, she's the longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion And yes, I understand that
Every good thing has to
technically there's an asterisk there because they were gone for 7 months.
Are you going to put that asterisk on Walter too? You can't.
I'm not going to put that asterisk
You can't.
on Walter. Even if we weren't gone for 7 months, Walter wouldn't have lost that title.
You're right. You're right. But I can't give it to Kaylee right here. I can't. Mako Satomura is a legend, dude. She is a legend. I have to go with Mako here. Every good thing has to come to an end. Kaylee Ray's title reign is historic. It's great. But it is time for it to be over. Mako Satomura comes out with the victory here, and she holds it until she dang well doesn't want to hold it anymore. She pulls an Asuka.
I don't think...
She pulls an Asuka. It's going to be her leaving or retiring that she lets go of that title. Same thing with Walter.
Now, I'll agree that when Mako's ready to take that title, there ain't going to be nobody who's going to stop her from taking it.
She's been wrestling for 20 years. How is she not ready?
Because this is her second match. This is her second match in NXT.
Santino Marella won the IC title in his debut. Next match. Next match.
Okay, insert foot. We're done. Next match we're going to be talking about is going to be Piper Niven and Jack Stars. Where that came from. And Jenny and Joseph Connors.
What's really cool about this match is that this is the first ever mixed tag match in NXT UK history. For them to have gone this long without having a mixed tag match, it blows my mind. I never realized it because, I mean, they're not something that is really generally an attraction, but this is the first time that's happened. And when you put Joseph Connors and Jenny together a couple of weeks ago, it only makes sense that this would be something. And Piper Niven being the one to do it, and then just grabbing Jack Stars in the back and say, okay, this is my partner. Okay, that's cool. It gives Jack Stars something to do. He's incredibly talented.
Yeah, he's a great talent, but, you know, they literally turned around. Here you go.
I'm not 100% certain this dude's going to get the match. I really don't. I fully feel that like Piper Niven is going to get in there and just destroy Jenny. And Joseph and Jack never enter.
You may be right. That may be an interesting production there.
They're arm candy. You know, that's all they are. And you got to feel like there's probably going to be some kind of celebration for Pretty Deadly winning those tag titles.
Oh,
taking them off of Gallus.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad that they lost the titles. Well, you're right. But I
love my Gallus boys, okay? Trust me. I love them. They're on top. But Pretty Deadly coming out with a victory and doing it the way they did.
Yeah.
I mean, that just made perfect sense for their character.
There's going to be some kind of fashion show or something that they're going to do for some kind of celebration. Dude. And Gallus is going to come out there and rear their ugly faces and do something about it, which is cool. But anyway, that's all we have advertised. Again, 205 Live, nothing advertised. And I don't feel like there will be anything advertised for 205 Live until there's some kind of Cruiserweight title match. But, you know, that's cool. We still watch. It's still a great show. NXT on tomorrow night at 8/7 Central and
on USA.
NXT UK at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and make sure you tune in because they're always great shows. This is the best wrestling that you get out of WWE, hands down.
Absolutely.
But until next time, we'll see you on Saturday. Remember, we
are
NXT.
Next match we want to talk about is going to be Piper Niven and Jack Stars. It's going to be going up against Jenny and Joseph Connors.
What's really cool about this is going to be the first ever mixed tag match in NXT UK history. For them to go this long without having a mixed tag match, I mean, that's huge. I'm so sorry. We are not used to this dynamic being this close to each other. We're two big guys.
You just popped me in the jaw, dude.
Sorry.